Hey, if you had an accident tomorrow, though, seriously, would you know where to bring your car? You're going to go to V&J Auto Body. V&J Auto Body has been repairing cars for 40 years. It's a small family-owned business. They are a proud sponsor of ours. They've been with us since the beginning. Folks, I can't say enough about V&J Auto Body. State-of-the-art facility. They are one of the most certified shops in Suffolk County. They have the technology, the business processes, the equipment, and most importantly, the personnel to repair your car and make sure that it's put back to pre-loss condition. For your convenience, they now have two amazing locations, one in Southampton and, of course, the original location in Lindenhurst, New York. All right, so go to VandJAutobody.com. They can be reached at 631-226-0070. Remember, V&J Auto Body is looking out for your interests, not the interests of the insurance guys. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the one and only Crash Course. You know, we've been at this for, I don't know how long now. I'm going to become a fossil sitting here. But anyway, welcome. If you're new to the show, thanks for stopping by. I think we managed to pump one of these out a month now. I think that's the timeline. I don't know. So, I mean, the good old days, you know, if you were with me at the radio, you know, you got to hear me once a week. I think it was 103.9 over there. We had a lot of fun over there. It was a lot of fun, and got to meet a lot of interesting people, both on and off the air. All right. And then we migrated over to the old podcast club here. And this is where we've found ourselves for the last, better part of, I guess it's 2 years now, probably at least 2 years. So, you know, we've been going at it for quite a while, Crash Course. We are, of course, the only true voice, right? I said this many years back when I first launched this amazing show on the radio. All right. I said we were the one and only and original voice of the Long Island Auto Body. And listen, I know I can say that now without a doubt. Okay. Because our competition, okay, Liabra, wherever you are out there. Hello, Liabra. It's Long Island Auto Body Association. I hear it's either dead or dying a slow death. I don't know. I've gotten calls from various personalities in the auto body industry inquiring to me as to whether or not they even exist, and you know, if they're on life support, and I don't really know. I have had a conversation or two with Eddie Jr. over there, Kissenberger. All right, his dad. I knew his dad. His dad was a great guy, and ran a tight ship. Ran a tight ship there for quite a while with the Long Island Auto Body Association. But I don't know what's happened to them, but it does seem like they're on life support. And it's a shame because, you know, even though they kind of did their own thing and they had a different mission statement than what Crash Course and Collision Services Network do, you know, in tough times, sometimes your enemy becomes your best friend, right? So we were looking to, you know, cozy up with them and see if we might be able to combine forces and work toward a better outcome for the auto body industry here in Long Island. But, you know, more importantly for the consumer, you and I, right? Because I got to tell you, folks, the shit that's going on, all right, right here, all right, this is good old Fender Bender, all right? Fender Bender magazine, right? Remember what I always say? I read the things you don't want to read, listen to the things you don't want to listen to, and then I try and sort it all out and figure out what's going to work for you and me and what's going to help us, okay? So we're going to touch a little bit on this. This is a beauty here. If you guys follow the show, you know that I started talking about a couple months ago this new initiative out there across the country. All this shit, you know, it's almost like all the crap that comes over the big pond, right, from Europe. Starts in England and Europe and eventually makes its way here in some variation or sometimes just comes directly to us. And 99% of it is all crap. And, you know, it just you know, continues to erode our country and everything. And this is no different. You know, the shit that I read here, it's amazing, right? And it all comes back to the same thing, the same theme. Nobody wants to deal with the elephant in the room or want to try and deal with the problem, all right, which is namely the insurance industry, okay? Instead, they want to start coming up with these alternative ways to, you know, eschew the problem, right? And I'm going to get to that today before we finish up the show. And like I stated earlier, if you have been with us and you follow us, you know, a couple shows back, I talked about this and about these alternative strategies that these body shops are coming up with, and they think it's great. You know, the one, I think the show I'm talking about, we were talking about a thing called copay, okay, or what they're calling, you know, co-insurance or co-deductible. I don't know. putting a spin on it, and it's the same bullshit. In the end, it's the same. You're going to pay more money out of your pocket. So instead of the body shop industry looking at this from the consumer standpoint, all right, or from their industry standpoint, they immediately default to the easiest thing, all right? And this is what the body shop industry is famous for and guilty of. And so they sow the seeds of their own destruction, which is what they do all the time, okay? And then, traditionally and historically, they like to bitch and complain about everything. This sucks, that sucks. They don't want to pay us for this. They don't do shit, blah, blah, blah. But they also don't want to get in the trenches and try and come up with any productive solutions to anything. So now some of these things that are coming out are real winners, though. All right, like I said about the show we did regarding the co-insurance or co-deductible, and the guy in the author of the magazine, he'll tell you. He'll tell you. He doesn't even try and like candy coat it. He just comes right out and tells you, this is great. They'll have their deductible and then they'll have co-insurance. Like kind of like what he makes the reference to medical insurance. I give you your copay, your deductible, your this or that. And this guy just, without even skipping a beat, he's got a big skip in his step. He thinks he's coming up with a great solution. I'm going to make my customers pay even more. So in addition to the deductible, they're going to pay more money out of pocket to me. And that's because I don't give a shit, or I'm too lazy, too stupid, or just in bed with the insurance company. I don't want to try and, and find a solution that's more amicable to my customers and to also my industry. Now, instead, we'll just cave in and we'll come up with a way to bilk the consumer out of more money. It's bullshit. Okay? Plain and simple. But this is what goes on. And it goes on more today than I've ever seen in the past. And that's probably because of the new castrati. These younger generations, everybody thinks it's so cool. Oh, wow, this is great. Everybody knows what kind of money you spend and where the money goes, and everything's tracked and everything's recorded and everything's captured. Well, folks, I got to tell you, it's not great. Okay. It's not great at all. And this is the result. Okay. The result is that the little guys like you and I, all right, the consumer, the middleman, the person that does all the work and, and carries all the freight gets screwed. Okay. And, when it comes to the insurance industry and the collision industry, it's no different. All right. The little guy, you and I, we get screwed. Okay. And ironically, the body shop industry, they're considered a small business industry, right? Yeah, listen, there might be some big guys out there, and our sponsor, V&J Auto Body, is a big guy, all right, here in Long Island, New York. They're a big shop, right? Very big shop, huge production facility. And they have separate facilities for other services, which I've discussed about. I've spoken about with them. The huge customer reception area, a huge detail shop, a separate area for technology and offices and support structures. Then they have the production center. So, big is beautiful, whatever you want to say, that's great. But in terms of defining the industry itself, it's a small business industry, right? You might have shops that are, multi-shop operator. They like to say, I'm an MSO. It's another fancy thing. Become an MSO. I love that too. What the hell's an MSO? A multi-shop operator. All right, terrific. So instead of having one shop, you decide to buy everybody else in the neighborhood and put your name on it. So now you have multi-shops. Whoop-de-doo. Okay? I guess what they're trying to do is create, economies of scale and stuff like that. I don't know. Point being is it's still a small business industry. All right? And yet these guys, right? These guys, and when I say guys and girls, there's women that are active in the industry as well. They own the body shops. They all want to default to the easiest way out. Okay, and it's bullshit. Okay, it doesn't help me. Doesn't help me. Doesn't help you. Okay, and it's certainly not helping them. So over here at Crash Course, all right, what we've been doing though from the beginning is we're trying to look out for the little guy. All right, you and me. Okay. And we do that by giving you information you need and can use and advice you can trust. All right. And that's been our mantra from the beginning. All right. By the way, we got a brand new website. I want everybody to go to it. All right. Yes, that's right. Collision Services Network is back up and running again. So go check us out. Okay. And I just want to put a little public service message out there too. All right. We're going to try and get an ad that's more directed for this. All right. But I want to just put a little plug in there right now. Folks, listen up. If you're in the auto body industry and you're in Long Island, okay, I can't speak for any other parts of the country. I'm not as knowledgeable over there. But I damn well know what's going on in New York State, and it's not good. Okay? especially here on Long Island. All right. Competition's always been extremely, well, hold on a second. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Competition, not in the true definition of the word, not at least the way it was explained to me in my business classes when I was doing my master's. No. Okay. Competition as defined in most of the business manuals is definitely something that is seriously lacking in the auto body industry. But that's another topic for another day. If you're a small operator here on Long Island, okay, if you got a small to medium-sized shop, all right, I want you to be honest with yourself. All right, really be honest with yourself. Forget the pie in the sky bullshit about everything's great. I get one car a week and I'm good, man. I'm good. Terrific, wonderful. Maybe you get one car a week and you're good. I don't know. Maybe you got two guys working for you. Maybe you got your family in there, doing the heavy lifting. I don't know. I don't really know what it is. I don't really care. Point being is that if you're a small operator in the auto body industry here on Long Island, you're in trouble. Okay. You don't even know it, but you're already going out of business. All right. You're already going out of business. I know nobody wants to hear that. And the guys in the auto body industry are shaking their head right now, right? Laughing at me. He's a jackass. He doesn't know what he's talking about, going out of business. You're going out of business, right? You might be dying a slow death, but trust me, you're going out of business. The industry, folks, wake up. Artificial intelligence, okay? Technology platforms, expensive, over-the-top equipment requirements, painting requirements. Hell, at V&J, they had a robot in there painting cars. All right, check it out, a robot. Yeah, okay? They got in bed with some company and agreed to let them come in and test this thing, and I don't know what the hell they got out of it. Maybe they got free paint or some shit. I don't know. But this thing was in our shop for, I don't know, for 6 months or whatever the hell, painting cars. It went haywire a couple times. I don't know. Point being, guys, if you have a small operation or medium operation, you're going out of business, okay? You're already out of business. You just don't know it yet, all right? Change has been coming rapidly in the auto body industry, okay? And it's only going to continue to accelerate. All right. And if you're a small to medium operator, trust me when I tell you this, you will not be able to exist. All right. You just simply won't have the capital. You won't have the resources, both in business processes, materials, equipment. All right. And certainly training and also the ability to source out technicians. All right. Simply not going to happen, guys. The technicians that are going to be available in that industry are going to go where the money is. All right. And the money is going to be in the bigger production shops, the guys that are ahead of the curve. All right, that are making the investments, right, for the future. This is where the techs are going to go. This is where the talent's going to go in the future. It's not going to go to you. Okay, it's going to go to them. All right. So on top of being challenged with all these other things, you're also going to have a talent pool problem. All right. But here at Collision Services Network, okay, we offer you a real affordable solution, at least to part of your problem, which is attracting new business and retaining customers. That's right. What you can certainly do, okay, and again, this gets to competition, right? Hello, competition. All right. There's going to be way too many fish in the pond. All right. So if you want to be playing with the big fish, you need to do things that are going to help you eliminate the little fish. All right. Because all the little fish, all right, are all swimming in the same pond and they're using up all that oxygen, okay? And trust me when I tell you, as I said earlier, those fish are already going, all right? They're already going down the drain, guys, all right? They're already running out of oxygen, all right? They're already gasping for breath. They just don't realize it. Some of them might, but most of them don't, all right? So what Collision Service Network does is we literally afford you the opportunity to increase your footprint, increase your visibility. All right, because one of the ways that you can help overcome this inertia is increasing your footprint out there. Guys, if you're not, and I don't want to, I'm not talking about, I got an Instagram page and my 18-year-old nephew comes over and takes pictures. I go, bullshit. That's bullshit. That ain't working. That works for a little bit. Everybody and their mother runs out there and has an Instagram page now because it's easy. And guess what? It's cheap. And if it's cheap, everybody in the body shop industry, woo, they all want to do it, right? Because if it involves no money, hey, I'm there, man. Okay? Because you guys are your own worst enemy out there. You've always been. Right? I don't know any body shop that advertises other than maybe Hassel. and I think V&J might have done it years ago. It's pathetic. There's no competition. That may have worked years ago, but that ain't going to work in the future, guys. Trust me. All right? So if you'd like an affordable way to increase your footprint and your visibility and to also increase the odds of you being a viable business in the near future, then you need to reach out to us, okay? Because Collision Service Network has partnered with Barone Media Solutions Incorporated, all right? And these guys are the best. They are top-notch, all right? They can help get your company, all right, back on the radar screen, all right? They can put you front and center of the consumer, all right, which is where you need to be, all right? Because even though the body shop industry doesn't like to compete, there's a lot of competition, okay? And a lot of the competition flows out of certifications, all right? And if you're a small to medium operator and you're not certified or you don't have any certifications or your certifications are minimum, and what do I mean by that? OEM certifications, you're in deep shit, all right? You're treading water already. So let us help you to even the playing field a little bit by increasing your footprint. Listen, if you have a good thing out there, all right, and you're a niche, okay, maybe you're fixing older cars, middle-aged cars, all right, and you're the best in the business, you got 10 other guys that are relying on that business, all right? They're relying on that small pool of cars to stay in business, all right? And there's 10 of them. And you're the one guy that's more visible and has a bigger footprint. Guess who's going to still be around in the near future? You, not them. They're done. All that oxygen in the pond's drying up. Okay? So reach out to us, collisionservicenetwork.com.
No. CSNmedia.net.
All right. See that? I already screwed it up. CSNmedia.net. Damn it. Point is, reach out to us. Come on. All right? Give us a call. Let us help you. All right? Like I said, we partnered up with Barone Media Solutions Incorporated. These guys are bar none. All right, they know what they're doing. They've been at this for over 6 years now. They are going to take care of you. And the biggest, listen, guys, the biggest benefit to you here is two things. Increase your footprint, increase your visibility, all right, which helps promote your viability. And you can do all this without breaking the bank, all right? We're no tricky dick, Fortune 500 media promotion, marketing operation here. You know, we're going to come in and dazzle you with all kinds of fancy shit and all these MBA graduates we have working for us, these think tank. No, it's all horse shit. We do it from grassroots up here. All right? We come in, we listen, we see, and we provide a simple, affordable solution for you. All right? I'm serious, guys. Listen, I work at look, full disclosure, I work at V&J. All right? And they're our amazing sponsor. We love V&J Auto Body. I've been there almost 11 years now. And, I see it firsthand. I see it. Okay? I see it. I hear it. And, this is what's going on. And I don't want to hear the bullshit about, you have the insurance-sponsored shops and the DRPs. That's going away, man. That's all going to go away with artificial intelligence, with these estimating platforms and all this other shit. It's all going to go by the wayside. They're not even going to need that anymore. Eventually, they're going to tell you to go pound salt on that too. All right? So you're going to be left all alone, all high and dry. And, it's not good. That's not good for the consumer. Listen, having just a handful of gigantic shops is not good for anybody. Okay? Competition is good. All right? So give us a call, reach out to us, and let us come talk to you and figure out a solution that's going to work for you. All right? Because if you want to stay in business, one of the simplest ways you can do that is by having a bigger footprint and being visible to as many people as possible. Right? And getting your message out there. And getting your message out there isn't word of mouth. I mean, come on, man. Word of mouth? I mean, that went out with the carrier pigeon, for Christ's sake. I mean, what are we doing here? I love when guys tell me that. Well, I use word of mouth. Oh, yeah, and we were using the carrier pigeon, too, a little while on the Pony Express. Are you kidding me? Come on. That's not trackable. It's not recordable. All right? You have no ability to Word of mouth could die the minute the guy walks out the door. He tells his buddy down the road, and the buddy looks at your car and says, I don't really think he did a great job. There goes word of mouth. It just died right on the curb. All right? So look us up. Give us a call. You can reach us in a couple different ways. All right? 631-452-2569. There's information, I believe, on this program as well. on the podcast. All right. You can find information on CSN Media. All right. .net. Okay. I'm sorry. We migrated over to .net. We were getting too much. We were getting pounded on the .coms. So we went to .net. All right. But all seriousness, if you're in the auto body industry, all right, I'm serious. Okay. If you love your industry, you love your business, all right, you like doing what you're doing, maybe you're looking to pass it down to your son or your daughter. All right. It's going to be nothing to pass down, guys. But the simplest thing you can do right now, the easiest thing you can do, and with us, the affordable, is to get your footprint out there. Increase your footprint, increase your viability to the consumer, make people see you, okay, and hear you and know who you are. All right. You know what you do. You know where your talent's at. You know what niche you fill out there. All right. And this is a realistic thing, and I'm very serious about that. I mean, if you're not doing anything, you're out of business already. Point blank. All right. All right. So real quick, before we tie things up here, customer pay strategies, increased repair numbers. Wow. Woo. That sounds good. Customer pay strategy. I love the way they kick off these articles, right? Customer pay strategy increases repair numbers. Till I started reading it. I mean, you can't make this shit up. So this guy comes up with this new idea where they want to partner up with financing companies. I shit you not, folks. So you go into a body shop and you have $1,000 D, and you're looking at the car and there's a moderate amount of damage. The guy's telling you X amount of dollars, this and that, and I don't know if I want to do this or that, and my premium might go up. No problem. I'll tell you what. Here's what we do. I got a finance company that I'm friends with. I'm in bed with. He's not going to tell you that, but we have an arrangement we can hook you up with Tricky Dick Financing, and they can finance the repair for you. I mean, this is the whole crux of this article. I cracked up when I saw this. I'm like, so this is where we're at now? We're going to start having body shops that partner up with financial institutions. And then the guy starts talking about the exorbitant interest rate, right? I mean, I don't know. You ever get your pet gets sick and you go, oh my God, I don't have any money. And they say, well, we can get you money here. You get your credit card. Right? And you look at the interest, 39,000% or something, unless you pay it off in 1 month. So this is what this article is saying, that if you come in and you're in a bad way, or, maybe you can't, you're afraid your premium might go up, whatever it is. All right. Or even let's say you do the insurance, but they don't want to pay for all of it or some other shit. This guy's saying he's got the answer here. Okay. We're going to have financing. We're going to partner up with some financing people, and they're going to offer finance, and God only knows what kind of, ass raping, interest rates we're going to get on that. Right. So, this is what I mean by I read the things that people don't want to read. Okay. Fender bender. All right. You have all these Tricky Dick guys in here. It's great. I love it. And some of the stuff in here is great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and when I come across information that's very important to us, the consumer, I sift it out and I paraphrase it and I give it to you. But that's just another idea what's going on out there, folks. And that's why you need to stay with us. All right. Crash Course. All right, please don't forget we do have a YouTube channel which is very active. We encourage you to go there. There's a lot of cool stuff there that we did in the past that you can take a look at if you're new to the show and you want to check us out and see what we're all about. Of course, the Instagram and of course the Facebook page as well. All right, so I think we're going to wrap it up there until next show. All right, everybody, keep telling everybody about us. All right, we keep growing and we really appreciate it. All right. The show's really come a long way, and I can't say enough about the people who have been along for the ride from the beginning. Appreciate it. All right, and hopefully, everybody keeps getting something out of this every time we come on with a new show here. Hopefully, we impart some new knowledge and some information. All right, and stay tuned because we're going to be looking to do some other stuff real shortly. All right, I'll see you around next time.